In 1518, hundreds of people in Strasbourg danced nonstop for weeks until they collapsed from exhaustion and died, and nobody knows why it happened. But first, please subscribe. Now, let's discover the terrifying dancing plague that killed through exhaustion. In July 1518, a woman named Frau Troffea began dancing in the streets of Strasbourg, France, now part of Germany. She danced continuously, unable to stop, for 4 to 6 days straight. Within a week, 34 more people joined her, dancing uncontrollably in the streets. Within a month, approximately 400 people were dancing without stopping, many collapsing from exhaustion. Here's the terrifying part. These people couldn't stop dancing. They weren't celebrating or having fun. They danced with expressions of terror and pain, their feet bleeding, begging for help while their bodies kept moving. Medical records from 1518 document that many dancers died from heart attacks, strokes, and sheer exhaustion. Historical sources suggest around 15 people per day were dying at the peak of the plague. City authorities were completely baffled. Doctors believed the dancing was caused by hot blood and prescribed the worst possible treatment, encouraging more dancing to tire people out. The city hired musicians and built a wooden stage, believing the dancers needed to dance it out of their system. This made everything worse, with the music triggering even more people to start dancing uncontrollably. The dancing continued for weeks. People danced through bleeding feet, broken bones, and complete exhaustion. Some danced until they literally died of heart failure on the street. Authorities eventually changed strategy and banned music, separated the dancers, and sent them to mountaintop shrines to pray. Slowly, the dancing plague faded away by September 1518. But here's the mystery. Nobody knows what caused it. Modern theories include mass psychogenic illness, mass hysteria, ergot poisoning from moldy bread causing hallucinations, or religious fervor gone wrong. The most accepted theory is mass psychogenic illness triggered by extreme stress. Strasbourg in 1518 was suffering from famine, disease, and poverty. The psychological pressure may have caused a collective breakdown. Ergot poisoning is another theory. Ergot is a mold that grows on damp rye and causes convulsions and hallucinations. But ergot usually makes people feel like insects are crawling on them, not dance for weeks. Some historians suggest Saint Vitus dance, a religious mania where people believed they were cursed by saints and could only be cured by dancing at holy sites. The dancing plague wasn't unique. Similar outbreaks occurred in medieval Europe, but the 1518 Strasbourg incident was the largest and best documented. Modern psychologists study it as an extreme example of mass hysteria, when social and psychological stress causes groups to develop identical physical symptoms with no medical cause. What makes it truly terrifying is that it shows how fragile human minds are under extreme stress. An entire community literally danced themselves to death because their brains collectively broke down. The dancing plague remains one of history's strangest and most disturbing unsolved mysteries. That's your dancing death knowledge bomb. If this bizarre tragedy fascinates you, smash that like button, subscribe for more unexplained historical mysteries.